Good afternoon. My name is Carolyn Motley, and I'm the coordinator for the Cannon County Chamber of Commerce. But by now, y'all probably know that because you hear it every single month. But my co-host is Sue Connolly, and she's the CEO of Stones River Hospital and DeKalb County Community Hospital. And of course, we're here with the Cannon County Chamber Connection Show. This is made possible by DTC Channel 3, and it provides the Chamber with great opportunities to showcase businesses, activities in the county, around the county, and we do appreciate it, and we want them to know that. We have an interesting show today. We have some firsts today. But the first one, we're going to start right away because we have several. We have Mr. Brent Fair, and he is the CEO of the Woodbury Health and Rehabilitation.
Yes, ma'am.
And we welcome you here today.
Thanks for
I
having
haven't
me.
had the opportunity of meeting you before, and
I
evidently,
have
Sue,
not
you
either.
hadn't
That's
either.
right, that's right.
Brent, how long have you been with our rehab? And-
Well, I originally started with Grace. I've been in the industry about 4.5 years, and this facility here is owned by Grace Healthcare, which is based out of Chattanooga.
Right.
I started with them and have come full circle and back with them and here in Woodbury.
All right. And I
But I've been
guess.
here since June 16th, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, you're
You're not too
very
long.
new, aren't you?
Very new.
Actually, we talk about it as rehab, which it is, but it also has another function, and that's our Woodbury Nursing Center, and that's what most people will know about,
Sure.
know it by.
Yes, it's a 102-bed facility. We offer 24-hour nursing care, but what a lot of people don't know is we offer speech therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy. So if there's folks out there that are needing those therapy services, a lot of people from Woodbury I know go to Murfreesboro. They don't know that we offer that here in Woodbury, so they can come back home, which is convenient.
It's a
And
good thing.
we do offer short-term stays where you can get well and go home. We are on 119 West High Street here in Woodbury, up on the hill, across, I guess you can
Yeah.
see the courthouse
Yeah.
clock from our
That's
front
right.
porch.
That's right. Yeah, in case people didn't know.
Yeah.
Since you're new, there are other new people
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
But I do know that our nursing center has always been a standout, and it really has, if you need those services. And unfortunately, sooner or later, we may all need those
Yeah.
services.
It's a beautiful center. It's a really nice center. It's very nice. It smells good when you walk in, which is a big deal too. You know,
That's a plus.
It is a plus. It is a plus because lots
It
of times
is.
healthcare
It
facilities,
is.
you don't. I mean, it's a very clean. It's very nice. It's a really good. You have really good staff over there as well.
We've got a lot of long-term
You
staff
sure
that have been there
do.
for years, and when I was offered the position, the reputation of this facility preceded itself.
Yeah.
So it was a welcomed opportunity.
Yeah.
But it's a very nice facility. We are a 4-star facility, working to get to that 5-star, but we're 4-star, which is not bad.
Well, you have a very caring staff.
Yeah.
My mother was a resident there for about a year, and I was well placed with the care that she got. I really was. They kind of went over and above. They have activities everywhere up there for people that want to take advantage of them. Sometimes they don't know they want to take advantage,
Yeah.
But it's
but they're good about getting them in there.
right. It's definitely a home-like environment.
It is.
It's very family-oriented, and that's what we pride ourselves on.
Yeah,
That's because everybody knows everybody.
That's exactly right. I was going to say that. Everybody is family around here.
That's right.
You know, when you walk in there, you can tell that your patients are being taken care of, and the staff is very caring. I'm really impressed with that facility.
Me as well.
Yeah,
Being the new
good.
guy
Well,
on the street.
Yeah, well, congratulations. I'm
Thank
glad
you very
for
much.
you. Yeah, yeah.
They celebrate holidays too. I like that.
Yes, we do.
They celebrate
all.
every holiday.
Yep. And I think we just had a cookout, I guess about a month and a half ago, that a lot of the town turns out for. The owner comes up and puts on a barbecue, and I don't know if y'all attended or not, but
No.
we do stuff
No.
all the time, not just holidays.
We love all of our health facilities here. We do. We're a small town, and to have this caliber, and sometimes you get a better caliber in a small town. Same way with the hospital.
Sure.
You know,
People who
Like I
Hospital
said, they're very
has some
family-oriented.
great food, and they're one of the cleanest hospitals I've ever been in. I mean,
They are,
that's
we are,
true.
we are, yeah.
It's true.
And I think
It
they've
is.
had a long partnership with
We have.
Woodbury.
We
They
have.
have.
So I'll be getting with you, I have some ideas.
That sounds great.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Well, the senior center, which is another one
Yes.
of our great establishments in Cannon County, is going to have a health fair in October, I believe. So I'm sure you will all be
We have a booth.
Absolutely.
ready
a
to
part
go.
of that.
Yeah, we've
I'm
got
sure you
several.
will.
Yep, yep.
I'm sure you
So,
will.
and the docs that help you out there are very good as well.
Yes.
Dr.
Dr.
Spurlock.
Spurlock is our medical director.
Yeah, he's a
and
good guy.
Dr. Todd and Dr. Young are our
Yeah,
attendings.
he can't beat it. They're
And
good.
of course, you've still got Helen and
Miss Betty Reed.
Miss Betty that's been there a
Yeah,
long
Betty-
time. Helen
Helen's been
has
there
too.
41 years and Betty Reed 35, I believe.
Hey, that has to say something when you have employees that have stayed that long.
It
That's got to
has
be a good sign.
Yep, it's a very positive thing when you don't have to, we don't have a high amount of turnover or
That is-
anything like
that's
that.
true.
So it's
That's
a
true.
plus all around for the patients as well as the
Yeah.
corporation.
And they just did some new additions in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It hasn't been longer than that, has it? I don't
I think
believe
a
it
little bit
has.
longer. It was built in 73, did an addition in 90, then another addition in 2005,
Oh, okay, so
Time
it's
flies.
been longer than what I
when the
thought it's
therapy was
been.
added in
Yeah.
2005.
But it was very needed because people were going there for their therapy.
Yep.
And some of them did stay,
Yeah.
you know, depending on what their therapy was.
Yeah, and it's nice to have, so you don't have to travel. If you have a family member that's in there, that you don't have to travel, that it's local people taking care of them and,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Not having to
very,
make that trip to Murfreesboro and
or
back.
Nashville, yeah.
Or Nashville.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Well, Brian, it was really nice to meet you, and we need to see each other more often. Because I
Well,
did not know
since-
you when you walked in.
I know, since Brent just got here, I'll be getting with you,
Yeah.
probably next week sometime.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Come
I'm
see
doing my
us.
strategic plan, so I'll be
right.
working, I'll get you with you, see what we can do
Anytime the
together.
chamber can be of assistance, you know, just call us.
Well, I appreciate
Helen
it,
and
and we'll-
Betty do, they know
Yeah.
that we'll do whatever we can.
Sounds great. And look forward to the partnership.
Okay, and I know you're house hunting right now, or maybe you found a house.
We found one and had a few bumps in the road, so we've been in the hotel since last Thursday. But
Okay.
my.
we're getting that all worked out.
All right. Our next group is Brian Bache Gazan.
Guanzon, right?
Guanzon. I always forget that little
Oh, no, that's right.
something in there.
Little something, something.
Yeah. You are a licensed acupuncturist, right?
Right.
You were going to try this on me, and I told you I might die if you did that.
We wouldn't want our host to pass out, but I don't think that would happen.
I don't think that would happen either, Carol.
You are now accepting new patients in Woodbury, are you not?
That's right. Yeah, we just started up a new clinic. It's on Main Street, right across from the Rite Aid. And,
Right next to State Farm and Dr. Coombs.
And Dr. Coombs' office. Yeah, it's a nice little world right there.
Yes, it is. Okay, you practice a form of, well, I guess it is Asian medicine, right?
Right.
No pills, painkillers, nothing like that involved, right?
That's right. It's one of the simplest forms of medicine that's been being practiced in China for about 3,000 to 5,000 years. And one of the benefits of it is that it takes the approach of looking at the body as a whole thing rather than just segmenting different things like pain. You have pain in your arm. So we look at the whole body as a way of addressing overall health care. So
Now,
you
we're not telling them that you should take the place of their medical doctor, right?
I think it works very well in conjunction with traditional medical care.
And a lot of the conditions that you would help would be in a reduction of stress, or perhaps you're having medical treatments and you're having side effects from those medical treatments.
Right, yeah, it does work very well in conjunction with Western medical care. And yeah, it can help with side effects. It helps to rebalance hormones. It helps to reduce pain. It helps with the reduction of post-traumatic stress disorder if you've had trauma in your life. When a new patient comes in, I ask a variety of different questions about, like, well, first, what are they coming to see me for? And oftentimes that can be, it may be the last step that someone has taken. They've tried all other kinds of procedures and medical treatments and drugs and surgical procedures, and they're still having discomfort, they're still experiencing pain, or they're still having some type of disease. And I think what I like about this system is that it really tries to see like the big picture of how your organ systems are operating together, and finding a pattern and sort of like working with that pattern to make someone feel like better, to feel a sense of well-being in their bodies.
How do you deal with some people who, whenever they hear the word needles, they're reluctant to even come and see you? How do you alleviate their concern and their?
Well, the needles that we use for acupuncture are a lot thinner than what you would expect in a regular medical treatment, like for a shot or for an injection or something like that. So the needles that we use are really thin. I've even brought some with me if you want to take a look. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. But it's a hair-thin needle that's surgical, steel. It's a single-use needle, so it only gets used once. Here, I'll put it up to the paper. I don't know if you can see it there. But it's about the width of a hair, actually. And there's an insertion tube, too, so when we tap the needle in, the insertion tube spreads the nerve so you barely feel it at all. Sometimes people will experience it as like a pressure, or maybe there's a bit of electricity or something, but rarely is there pain. And the actual treatment itself is meant to create a state of relaxation, like a deep relaxation. And I think that's where you're able to tap into the healing power of the body.
Well, even doctors will tell you after surgery or anything, they don't want you in pain. It's harder for you to heal.
Right, it is.
when
And one of
you're
the things
in
that we
pain.
do address it when someone comes in with a chronic pain situation is that we address the trauma of you actually having to feel that pain.
Yeah.
So someone who's had like chronic shoulder pain, for instance, there's like a resistance to moving it because you're in this fear state of being able to move your arm because you're afraid that you're going to be in pain. So there's part of the acupuncture that can help with dealing with those things, and also it helps with the nerve receptors. So it produces a state of well-being in the body. It helps to reduce the pain instantly just by having that needle inserted.
There's so many people I know even come to the ER. We, running 2 hospitals and having 2 ERs, we have a lot of people who are in chronic pain, and that's certainly not what an ER is for dealing with chronic pain. But a lot of people get very frustrated by not being able to alleviate their pain. So I think that's a really good alternative. So what kind of questions do you ask people when they come in there? You said when we spoke that you spend about an hour with each person on their first visit.
Right. So the questions I would be asking is like, well, what is your cause for coming? So that's the main focus of what we address the treatment towards. And then I ask a series of questions about like how people sleep, what their diet is like, what their elimination process is like, what their stress levels are like, how their relationships are in their home life. Those are very, very important things that sort of like all together form the big picture of like someone's well-being.
Yeah.
I guess I've watched too much TV because when I think of acupuncture, I was thinking of needles this long and they're sticking out of you everywhere. They're not like that at all. They're little.
They're little ones.
Very
yeah.
little.
Are like this. Yeah, and actually, if you want to do a little demonstration and brought Eric along.
What a good friend, Eric.
Okay, Eric,
Eric
where
is
do you
so
have a
good.
pain at?
I've had chronic osteoarthritis in my hands.
Oh,
so-
I was just teasing. Well, that's
Yeah, no,
that's
I-
painful.
And it's been I've had treatments for that before, and it definitely provides an immediate relief.
So, I mean, but you've had other kinds of treatments besides
Yes,
these,
yes,
right? And this seems to give you,
Yeah, it seems that it definitely provides like for a variety of conditions, also benefit over time.
So it's a regular kind of visit that you go see Brian for. It's not just a one-time thing, and I think that's important to know, that sometimes it could be a one-time issue, or most of the time it's over a period of time.
Right. It depends on the length of the condition. Like sometimes if it's an acute situation, like you've just gotten stomach pain or you've just got a pain in your shoulder, and if you come to me immediately, we can probably address it in like 1 treatment, 2 treatments, 3 treatments. But if it's something that you've had for a longer period of time, say you've had something for years, then it may require additional treatments. And we just what we do is we adjust the treatment as it's going along. Is this working? If it's not working, then we try something else. But the thing is to constantly sort of like check in and see if it's getting better. If it's getting better, then we just continue with the same thing, and it may alleviate. I would say within like 3 treatments, if you had something for a long time, you'd at least in 3 treatments be able to see some difference.
Okay.
But this point is called large intestine 4, right here, and it's great for a lot of different things. It can be good for headaches, it's good for toothaches. It's the master point of the head, so if you have anything that's going on in your neck and head, this is like one of the major points for that. And I'm just going to demonstrate how easy it is. So you're feeling the tube right there. I'm just going to tap it in. And then needle this out.
And how long does that
Okay.
stay in there for?
Usually for a treatment, we'll leave it in for 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
And so there'll be like, probably be like, this is just sort of like one like specific point, but we do like sort of a whole body thing. And the idea is like to treat the whole body, and then the other things will alleviate. If you've got like a specific pain, that's going to be alleviated by treating the whole body as a whole.
And so how many needles would you put in for his condition, and his, what did you say, osteoarthritis? How many?
I would say generally like 8 to 10 needles is pretty common for a
Okay.
treatment.
And then sometimes if you have a pain, perhaps like you said for your headache, you don't put the needle in the head, you put it at different locations in the body where
Nerve ending.
yeah.
Yes, there's an idea that treating the furthest away from where the pain is, there's a specific like sort of map of like how the energy runs through the body. And so like say your pain is in your head, you would treat something like in the hand or some place in the foot that leads the energy down. So like you could see like a headache, for instance, being like a collection of energy in your head. And so by needling the foot, it takes the energy down from your head and directs it to your foot.
You're okay, you're
Yeah,
not
I'm
gonna,
fine.
you don't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
faint
Do you
or
want to tell us a little
anything?
bit of the sensation about what the needle feels like?
I mean, you can feel it. It's just sort of barely, it just feels like, it almost feels like just like somebody's like pressing on that spot.
Oh.
Just a tiny bit.
That's
feel
not
it?
too major then,
Did you
is
feel any
it?
pain when the needle came in?
Maybe like a slight, like a tingling, yeah, almost like an electric feeling at first, but now it just feels like a slight amount of pressure.
And that's a sign that the energy is working. So we're tapping into the body's like electrical chemical system when we do acupuncture.
Do you ever put like electrodes on the needles or anything like that?
I've been trained in that method, but I don't
You don't like
generally
it?
like it so much.
Yeah. I've just seen that done before
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
watch
it
too
is
much
powerful.
TV too.
No, yeah.
Let me take a
Actually, I
photo.
saw it when I was at the acupuncturist office, so.
Okay, gentlemen, well, now your office is located right between State Farm and Dr. Coombs' office.
That's right, right on
And
Main
what's
Street.
your phone number?
My phone number is 615-318-6872. And I've also got a new website, which is maverickmedicine.com. So if you want more information about it, you can check that out, maverickmedicine.com. And that'll give you more details. And I'd be happy to talk to anyone about their situation if they're interested in acupuncture.
Can you also help with non-physical things? And I say this not non-physical, but like with people with addiction and things like that?
I think it's really effective for addiction. It really helps with the stress. And it also helps with cravings. It helps with the anxiety that people have when they're not doing it. So it's really good for a detox. There actually are specific detox protocols that are designed to help people with all kinds of substance.
Well, we thank all of you for being with us.
thank
It's
you.
very
Thanks.
interesting,
Good to
it
see you.
really
Thank
is.
you. It's been
great.
And of course, the center has been a chamber member for many years. and you're new to the chamber rolls, and so we'll probably be seeing you again in the near future.
Great, thanks for having me.
Our next guests are somebody I just love, and you'll see all of their artistry right here on the table and behind us. These two ladies, and especially this one, is Frida Haley, and you own Treasure Chest Antiques and Quilts
Yes,
on the
ma'am.
square, right?
I do.
And you are her compadre, Janice Brock, right?
Yes.
All right. Golly, Frida, I don't know, you started out with a small antique store. She does feature a lot of miniatures for playhouses and things like this, which I love. But then she got into the fabric business, and I knew when I seen that, that was gonna be her niche right there, because you do quilt, you do beautiful work, it is machine quilted, but this right here stole my heart, because my grandkids have all grown up, but when they were little, I would have loved to have had something like this. I'm sure your grandchild plays with this all the time, right?
He does, and he has a race car track he plays with a lot. And his daddy has just as much fun with it as he
Oh,
does.
I
You
was
know,
gonna say, you
it's-
made
it's
him
a-
one too.
Kids never grow up.
No.
You know,
No, they don't. But this, you made this for the trains or whatever he was playing with. It is machine quilted. Did you do all the appliquing on it and everything
It
you
is,
did?
all inside the green is machine embroidered in the
Uh-huh.
hoop, and you put it together, and then I just added the extra borders to it.
I love that.
And you made these buildings and tunnels, and you Velcroed them on here, so
Right.
if,
Where you can take it apart
Right.
and, you know, throw it in the washer and wash it and put it back together, and
wow.
you can set them up down on the floor, on the table, whatever, and, you know, he just drags it from room to room.
And do you sell this at yours? Or somebody has to
This is-
special order it?
They would have to special
I see.
order it. It takes so long to
Oh, I
make,
bet.
and, you know, it's just, when it comes to your grandchildren, you don't put no price on it. You know, it's just,
I just didn't know for those of us who would like to buy one for their grandchildren, you know.
come
we're-
up and talk to me, and we'll
Okay.
get an order in. and-
Okay.
And I do just a specialty, personalize it, like it's got Haley Station on it. We're Haley's is the name of the town's, you know, Haley Station. And
I love this. When I seen it, I thought, wow, how cute is this? And then, of course, Janice, you do something that I think is really special. This one back here is a quilt,
I love that.
but you took your,
My niece for her graduation. She loves horses and she works with horses, and so I talked to Frida about it, and I said, well, I'd like to make a quilt for her and put her pictures on it. So we got together and I got material, and it's actually her pictures of her graduation with her horse, and her invitations in the middle of it, and it's appliqued and embroidered. The
beautiful.
frames is embroidered on it, and it's quilted. And
the frames are, the pictures all are framed differently. I mean, you actually did the,
yeah, they're all embroidered frames, and they're all different.
how special is this? I mean, really, if you wanted something out of the ordinary, not, I mean, that's something you keep forever.
It is something you keep forever.
And your,
Yes.
her kids and her grandkids and everything, you know, will have that too, because that is her actual pictures, and I just love it.
And
And
it's a wall hanging. She can hang it up on her wall.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's good for, you know, you can do baby pictures, weddings, or anything like that.
right, I think that's really
And
special.
she was
I do.
surprised too.
I
She
bet
didn't know
she was.
anything about it.
I bet she was. I bet everybody, all her friends loved it.
They did.
Yeah. So do you do that for people too?
Yes, Frida and I both do it. She helped me with it, and with hers, and I took lessons, and I'm still taking lessons from Frida. She's still showing me some
there's
things.
always something new to learn.
Amen. I know
Always
that.
something new to learn.
So you sell fabric at your store?
I sell fabric notions,
Oh.
anything you need to
I
sew
just
or
bought
quilt
I bought a
and-
new sewing machine. I love to sew. I
Oh,
used to
bless
sew
your
all the
heart.
time.
You will never be the same.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you do give classes too,
I
don't
give
you?
classes, yes.
Good,
Just people come in and talk to me about what they want. We can set up a class. So
good.
we can do it one-on-one or a group class, whatever.
See, I think this is a beautiful quilt behind me right here. I know it's machine made, but you did do the embroidered applique on it
Yes,
and everything.
I done it all, and you know, that was a block of the month where each month you get together, and they may be, 10, 15, 20 people in the class, and you work on one block, and then, at the end of maybe a year and a half, you have it through. It's according to everybody's work.
That's
course,
beautiful.
habits.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming up, and people always, I know I've made tree skirts and everything. Yes, I can sew.
I know you could. I've seen some of your stuff. You're very creative. Very creative.
But you can make table runners, you can make tablecloths, she's got a wide selection of material. I mean, really, just about anything that you would want, Frida has in there, and if she doesn't have it, she'll get it for you. But all you gotta do is go in and ask you, huh?
That's
Frida?
right, and we'll do what we can to get what everybody wants. And fabric is just, anybody that loves fabric, they have the chance to touch it. You can look at it on the internet, but you cannot touch it.
gotta have that feel.
You
You
have to
I'm with
feel
ya.
fabric,
Yeah.
Any quilter out there knows what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
It's just something about it.
Now, these are machine quilted, but how pretty is this?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's,
that's gorgeous, and there's all types of different patterns of machine quilting, right?
Exactly, yes.
And you do that also, do you not, Frida?
I haven't got into all of it yet. It is like, right now, just don't have the time to experiment with it. But
Right.
I am.
But I mean,
getting
if you
more and
want
more.
something quilted, they can bring it in,
Yeah.
and you can.
Got a long arm quilt.
Or do you have people that can hand quilt for you that you can pay them?
I've
to
got
hand
a
quilt?
lady that, she come in last week and left her name and everything, and she's gonna bring me a sample of what she does, and I will be recommending people to her.
Good.
I don't hand quilt.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to talk to the acupuncture. My hands hurt too bad, but.
There you go, he's still
you know,
here,
we-
he's probably
yes.
got a needle with him too.
It's slow hand quilted.
Yes, it is.
My mother used to hand quilt.
Right, yeah.
Just, I said it's a shame.
I know.
$2 a quilt she would charge the quilt with.
I know, isn't that
And-
crazy?
Crazy.
Oh
And
my
she'd make
gosh.
make a quilt from scraps.
And
Of
did
course,
she hang it from the ceiling? Did you
Yes,
ever think that's,
and I have the quilting
Do
frames
you?
hanging down my hallway
Do
with
you?
quilts hanging on them.
do you? Oh, that's so
And
nice.
it's like, I got them hung where it didn't hurt the frame. I
Yeah.
can take them down and move them and everything. And
Oh, that's so
they're
nice.
mamas,
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. that
That's the
makes
whole
you- that's
thing,
the whole
yes.
thing, yeah. And your shop is on the square?
It's on the square right
Okay.
beside the Pizza Den.
Okay.
And it's,
And what hours are you open?
I am open 10 till 6, Monday, Tuesday, closed Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday, Saturday.
Saturday, open Saturday.
Closed Wednesday and
Sundays and
And-
Wednesdays.
Okay.
Yeah, closed Sundays and Wednesdays, and a lot of time I'm there later, and, if somebody needs something, just give me a call. And if I'm there, they can-
You need to stop in and see what all Frida's got in there, and she's so shy, if she doesn't talk to you, don't feel bad about it. This woman, I'm kidding, she doesn't ever,
Meet a
she will
stranger?
talk to you as
Listen to
long
her.
as you're in. And she'll tell you what you need to do and what you need to get everything done, and she's got it, and she'll help you do it, so. Well, thank you very much, and for letting us use
Absolutely.
your beautiful quilts and everything, because they are that. And I just love this. If you've got grandkids and you want to get them something special, this has got to be it. Really
And
does.
we also do personalized embroidery. If you need your shirt name put on it, or backpack, something like that, we do that. And
Good. You do caps?
I don't like doing caps.
Okay,
no, we
not
don't
caps.
do caps.
You'll do caps.
Okay, don't
No.
take your caps.
Don't bring me your caps. I hate doing caps.
All right, ladies.
Okay,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Okay, bye.
Uh-huh. I told you we have an interesting show today, and if you see some things flying overhead, It's because we are advertising a disc golf tournament that is going to be held at the Short Mountain Distillery, and it will be done on August
29.
29th through the 31st. And I have
No, through
Billy
the-
Kaufman.
Yes, through the 1st, isn't it?
Labor
That's
Day
right.
weekend.
It's Labor Day weekend.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Sorry.
they're gonna be gone on the 1st, right?
I
Because
hope
if
so.
not, because if not, your flyer is wrong.
Right. Yeah, no, I think it's true, but they'll be gone by the 1st.
Okay. We also have Michael McDaniels with
Pleasure
us,
to be here.
right? And you are one of the disc golf.
Yes, myself and Kim Tyson put this whole event together. We've been planning it for about a year, and so we're really excited to finally see it getting towards the time to come to fruition out here.
So we got 3 days of disc golf, music, moonshine, and fun, right?
Yeah, that's right. There's going to be, I think, like 20 bands.
We've got 12 acts, either
12
bands or performers. We'll have 2 food vendors on site, Hip Sweet Subs and Christy Q's Barbecue. Short Mountain's own Still House will be open for catering as well. We have 2 18-hole temporary disc golf courses that have been designed by a Woodbury resident and local disc golf legend, Mr. Ed Birdie. Those courses are the Red Apple course and the White Lightning course. He's had a host of volunteers coming out and helping them set up and get ready for that portion of the event, which will be
I don't
a lot of
really know
fun.
what disc golf is.
And do you have to be like a professional disc golfer to play?
Absolutely
Can you
not.
just
We
be
hope
like-
that you're not a professional disc
And
golfer.
so then the more moonshine you drink, the better off you get? Is that how that works?
You might think you're doing
Better you
better.
think you are.
That's exactly right.
I have another event.
Yes,
should
I
should
want you to
plug
talk
my other
about
event?
your other event.
I have another event. I have to unlock my
Are
phone.
we going to throw
look at.
like a musician across the things?
Yeah.
You talk about that?
Throw Cole Washburn across the stage.
That's right.
So this one, usually we have music on Saturdays around 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. But this is a special event. We call this the Moonshine Music Festival, and you can go to moonshinemusicfestival.com and read more about it. But this is from 2 to 8 p.m. and it's a ticketed event. So there'll be you'll be able to get food and drink there, and that I think there's like 7 bands over the course of the day for that event, and that's September 20th.
And
of
it's a
this-
one-day event.
It's just from 2 to 8.
Okay.
So be there on time and leave on time, and you'll have a great time.
Love the races, hang around.
You've been having lots of interesting guests at
Yes,
your...
you have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so who's come to see it? So we'll turn into E-News here.
Okay.
Okay. I can't
Okay.
be Juliana because she's too skinny.
Well, last year we had Mike Rowe and a bunch of people. I can't even remember who they are now, but we had a Canadian celebrity. We had a Dutch celebrity.
He's not giving too
I
much
can't remember their
information.
names.
Not a name
Oh, okay.
dropper.
I'm not
Not
a name dropper. I can't remember them.
Well, I haven't-
but we did have Kristen Stewart
I
come,
saw-
and she shot a music video for Sage and the Saints.
Did she?
Yeah, she was pretty cool.
Well,
She
I-
stayed until like 4 o'clock in the morning, which was interesting for me. But
Did you go to bed earlier than that?
I
most
fell
of-
asleep in the office, but that was fine.
Well, I actually happened to be in Mike Gannon's office because the hospital sold some property to the county to build the ambulance center, and everybody was abuzz with Kristen's picture, I guess, came
Oh,
up.
yeah.
And so I was like really impressed.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
last week
Uh-huh.
we had Shannon Doherty and I can't remember the other girl's name, but we had Shannon Doherty and one of her co-stars from Charmed.
Oh,
and,
okay.
What's her name? I can't remember her name.
Okay.
That's why I'm not in entertainment. I'm in moonshine because people expect me to be forgetful. But Shannon Doherty was great, and she chowed down on the Blue Porch cuisine, which the Blue Porch provided, and she really liked. She loved the food, the music.
Good.
She danced with Ricky Estes.
Well, who wouldn't?
And
I'm sure sorry I missed
there's
that.
like 500 people watching this show just went, me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We love you, Ricky. And that was fun. And they did a travel show, which
Oh,
was
fun.
so that hopefully that'll bring a lot of people
Well, it's
into
so
Cannon
beautiful
County.
there. I mean, it's just a beautiful place.
Oh,
I pass
it
by it
is.
every day.
I
I'm
gotta
like,
say,
yeah,
it
it's just
really
beautiful.
is.
You know, we're building right now, as we speak, the Still House restaurant. And that's going to
Very
be, we've basically gutted the old Bashir farmhouse, and we've put in a bathroom with 4 stalls for the women, and there's a big bathroom for the men too. So there's plenty of
Places to go.
plenty of places to go. And we're putting in a big banquet room, and there's a full commercial kitchen in the basement. And so we've already have it booked for our first wedding, which will be this Halloween.
Well, how
That'll be
fun.
an interesting wedding. And
I'll help serve at that wedding.
yeah, you have to be a zombie. I think.
I can do
Yeah,
that. I
or
can
a
do that.
witch.
Or
Yeah.
either
Well,
one.
I've been both of those on occasions.
Yeah, yes,
Right.
exactly.
That'll be fun, and we're just excited to have indoor space there, because
Yeah.
usually when it gets cold there,
Yeah.
we're sort of huddling around. But this will create indoor space, and it'll make the distillery more of a destination, and it'll be more comfortable for people because it'll be air conditioned or heated as needed, and people can come and eat there, which they haven't been able to do. And I think it'll be a cool thing to have.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Sounds really
So,
cool.
and it's really going to be beautiful. We're really,
Oh, I
it's
bet.
going to be light Southern cuisine and slightly elegant, but not pretentious. And Todd Hollinsworth is going to be the chef, is really interested in health and trying new things. So although he likes light Southern cuisine, and that's going to be the staple of the restaurant, he's also interested in things like kombucha and water kefir and making dishes that are normally unhealthy more healthy. So you can bring your whole family there, and there'll be something for them all to eat, and that it'll still be Southern.
Yeah.
Which is important.
That is.
I want to tell you, Billy's bought probably the prettiest farm, one of the prettiest farms in Cannon County. I mean, I've always thought it was, and it still is. But one of the top draws, besides the moonshine, because it is a top draw, are the mules and the wagons. I get more calls about when are they going to plow, when are they going to do this, when are the mules going to be up there. So you better have a place where those are nearby.
I'm trying to get a young person from Cannon County to house their mules at the distillery and give rides regularly on weekends. And I think if the folks in Cannon County put a little pressure on the mule skinner president, Andy Duggan, then maybe we'll make that happen.
So do you want a letter campaign or something?
I'd like a letter campaign. Maybe
Okay.
people want to call him up or just knock on his
In the
door.
middle of the night.
Yeah, whenever they want. And I think he would appreciate that.
Maybe if Shannon Doherty, the next time she comes
Well,
through
yeah,
to
Yeah,
the
she could
store,
probably give
I'm
him
just
a
saying, Billy, let's
would
use
be
what you
good.
have.
I was a mule skinner myself until my mules passed away. And I want to be again. I still have all my gear. But I think it would be a great thing if the mule skinners got some apprentices it's hard to be a mule skinner. There's a lot of work involved
It
just
is
to
a
put
lot
the
of work.
gear on the mules. And
You got to know what you're doing.
you got to know what you're doing, and you got to have a lot of energy.
Well, mule skinning, the word itself kind of puts you off because you
Right.
think you're going to have to skin a mule. Because
You just have to say training or
Okay, that's
working
better.
with.
Billy, I love the distillery. I think it's a big addition to Cannon County. It does bring in people from all states and out of the country that come there to
It's
see
true.
that.
Yeah,
So,
it's fun. It's fun doing
and when
it.
you get your restaurant open, I wish you the best on that.
yeah.
Thank you.
And on this flying disc thing. That's coming up,
it's Short
August
Mountain-
29th, 31st.
The Short Mountain Disc Jam Music
That's right.
Festival.
It is.
August 29th,
And really, the
31st,
disc jam, is-
30th, and the 31st.
Yep.
And the 1st. No, the 1st they're gone.
they're gone on the
Yeah.
first.
You want
remember?
everybody to go home, remember?
August 29th.
August
through the
29th.
31st.
There you
You
go.
can get your tickets at eventbrite.com.
That's right.
That's right,
John Michael.
eventbrite.com, eventbrite.com.
And it is a tournament, right?
If you want it to be, you don't have to, if you can sign up for the tournament, or you can just
Yep.
get a regular
A
ticket.
weekend pass for music only is $40 for the entire weekend. If you'd like to participate in the disc golf tournament as well, it's $100.
Okay.
That's as expensive as it'll get.
Are you giving away prizes and,
We will have plenty of things to give away. Almost every company that has gotten involved that's going to be out there has donated something in order to take care of everybody that's out there and show them what they've got.
well, all right.
Very good.
It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be like summer camp, all packed into 3 days. Thank you.
All
Thanks,
right,
guys.
thank you.
Bye.
We have some interesting guests now, and they will be showing at the Art Center. We have Bailey and the boys, and there'll be many of you out there that are very familiar with this band because I've already had calls. They will be appearing here. We have Kathy Bailey and Michael
Bonagura.
Bonagura. Okay, and there is
It's just a boy.
Hi. Yep.
there is another band member that's not here, and that is Alan
LaBeouf.
LeBeouf.
We were signed to
Okay.
RCA as a trio in 1986, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our first records came out in, it was a song called Oh Heart. It came out in 1987 and stayed on the charts a long, long time. And it was followed by, we had 9 other charted singles right after that between 87 and 92.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun.
Are you one of the longest standing groups? I mean, I don't mean that to sound
Doesn't mean
that
you're old or anything. That's not what she's saying.
I'm just
Well, we're-
saying,
well, we're
for
not-
a
we're not
group
young
to be
either.
together for that many years and make
Right.
that many records, because what, you've 25 years?
25, probably even longer than that, but I mean, we've been in the music business forever.
Forever.
Michael and I have known each other for almost 40 years now.
Wow.
We're married for 33, and we did lots of national jingles and stuff before we were on RCA Records, and
You did
you know,
backup?
we did backup for everybody.
So what's your best known jingle?
Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce.
Really?
Burger King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did the very first Burger King commercial with the hold the pickles, hold the lettuce,
The Lotus don't upset us.
You know
Yeah,
it.
I do. I do.
All right, we're big
See?
stars.
You are.
Big stars at lunchtime,
Well,
right?
I'm saying.
Well, I'm sure everybody remembers that.
I know, we do.
I know, but there's a lot of songs here that are Heart of Stone and Turn the Tide. You were
Let's see. what are you
nominated
looking-
for a Grammy.
Yes, one of our albums was nominated for a Grammy.
Right,
And
so
Turn the Tide
this
was
is
actually our
good.
second album on RCA, right?
Yes.
Second? We had 4 or 5 albums on RCA, and yeah, we were nominated for, you know, bazillions of things.
Starting out in the 80s and through the 90s and into the 2000s.
And we're still going.
That's right. Hey,
And we're
that's all
here
right.
in this cute little town.
Here's a little known fact. It's probably not even in the bio. In 1976, we were just 20 years old. We were signed to Atlantic Records out of New York and did a single under the name Bittersweet. And
So for all the
that
New
was-
Jersey fans
yeah,
that are here,
so-
they might remember that.
that was really our first record deal. And then we followed that with a song that was called I Can't Smile Without You. And Karen Carpenter was next door in the recording studio and heard us recording the song and actually recorded it and put it out before us. So we kind of think
Isn't that against the law or something?
it ought to be. It ought to be, but you know what? All's fair in love and music, you know.
Yeah, I
and,
guess so.
Actually,
I
then
guess
she
you're
didn't even
right.
do it because Barry Manilow did.
but
was
then
gonna say
Barry
Barry
Manilow beat her
Manilow,
out.
yeah.
But Barry Manilow wound up beating her out, which is the
But
irony
we
in the
found
whole
the song
thing.
first, so that was
Wow.
unfortunate, then we didn't get to do it.
Yeah.
I had no
That
idea it was so
Barry- yeah.
cutthroat.
Wow.
I used to do all the McDonald's commercials anyway.
Yeah.
But we're
Well-
thrilled to be here at this art center. This is we've lived in Nashville for 30 years or so, and
35 years. We
this
live
is
in
the first-
Franklin now.
Yeah, we live in Franklin, Tennessee, and this is the first time we've come out to this
It's beautiful
area
out here,
and
isn't
seen
it?
Woodbury. And when we poked our heads into the Performing Arts Center, it was just like, I wish it was tonight. It's an awesome place.
It is.
It's an awesome place.
Well, you've already got people talking, because whenever I would say, well, you know, Bailey and the boys are going, Bailey and the boys are going to be there? And I says,
They're still alive.
no, they don't say that.
I'm just kidding.
You know,
Just kidding.
I think for this,
I think they think it's an off group that we're getting here
Yeah,
and
I
calling
think so,
them
too.
Bailey
Yeah.
and the boys, you
Well, you
know,
know,
but it's not.
It's funny,
not.
she asked the question, you know, like, you're still going strong in it. And we are the original members, and so many bands have changed.
That's what I mean.
So many
they
bands have
switch
changed.
up and
I remember one time getting off of my tour bus, and this guy said to me, are you still the current Bailey? And I'm thinking, I think, the last
Was
time I
there
checked, I
another?
was, you know, but yeah,
I'm
there's
the
never been
only- I'm the
another.
original Bailey, that's right. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
and a lot of groups have changed,
They
members
have,
and things
they
like
have,
that, but,
yeah.
yeah, but you know,
we're
looking at
lucky.
this theater, the way it's laid out, you know, I think we'll bring in a lot of acoustic instruments, and we'll almost make it like a living room concert, because it
Very
feels
nice,
like a living
yeah.
room. And
Oh, yeah.
we'll do all of our hits. We'll do Long Shot and A Fool Such as I, and Wish I Had a
Turn the
Heart of
Tide.
You'll
Stone,
draw,
Turn the Tide.
you'll
But-
draw a big crowd.
But we'll also do some stuff that, you know, that that we never really recorded, but we've been performing out, some
Oh,
acoustic
that'd
things.
be nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah.
And that
So,
we're working on for a new record.
To do backup or to travel with George Strait, you did 285 dates with George Strait.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right out of the
that's
chute.
pretty good.
Boom.
and I'll tell you, every one of them was just as exciting as the one before. That was such a
Well,
wonderful tour.
He seems like such a nice guy, a
He's
real
such
nice.
a nice
He
guy.
is.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
so mellow.
Yeah.
The thing that's unique about him is that other people do that and it doesn't work. But for some reason, when he
With
does
him,
it,
it does.
really works. And it's just, you know, there's that thing they call the X Factor, which is, you know, they even have the
Show.
I guess they still have the show.
I guess, I don't
but,
know.
But
Somewhere.
you know, it's when someone walks on stage and they can just grab your presence.
Right.
You know, he doesn't
Right.
have to do anything but sing the songs,
Right.
and people are there to see him, and it works.
But see, I like that.
It
I
was the
like
greatest-
somebody that can do
The
that.
greatest learning experience, I think, for us on that tour was to just, you know, our first concert was probably 50,000 people
Wow.
with George.
Wow.
And he just walks out with his guitar, hi, everybody. You know, I'm thinking, wow, he's not nervous at all. You know, so that was a great learning experience for us. We toured with Reba McEntire.
See, I like
Still-
Reba too.
Oh, yeah. And you learn a lot from everybody.
I bet you do.
Everybody learns from everyone on the road.
What is
Because-
what besides learning to be more comfortable in front of the audience? What was your greatest lesson? That did all these people take themselves so seriously, or did they enjoy what they do? Or
You mean the artists that we
Yeah,
toured with?
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everyone just loves what they do.
yeah,
Because it's too difficult to not.
to fake it.
Yeah. We were really fortunate because we're a family.
Yeah,
And to be away from your family, and we had a daughter, a small child at the time, and we were lucky. It was mom and dad and our daughter, and then my mother and my father who would help on the road and stuff. But you really have to love what you do,
you do.
because if you don't, you're never going to last.
Yeah.
In other
know.
words, you can't plant a garden, can you?
No, you can't. You never get home.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you never get home. But you have to love what you do.
Yeah.
And we do. And everyone that we've ever toured with has loved what they
That's
what
very
they do.
important.
And they're still out there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
They
So,
are, really.
Yeah, it's fun.
Or
it's
could
really
be
fun.
as
It
much as
sounds
they
like
would
it's fun.
want
It
to.
sounds like you've had a good time.
The most fun is you use just the little small items you have on your bus. And then you come home and you're thinking, what am I doing with all this stuff? You know?
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
It's like living in a little apartment, you know, for 3 or 4 months at a time. Fun. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, good.
Well,
Blessed.
you hear about so many groups, though, that have tragic results from that, you know,
yeah.
just
Never being
things
in music
happen to
again.
them. Yeah,
You know?
really.
Because they hated it.
And for to have been together this long
Mm-hmm.
and still performing.
Yep.
Well, I think it
This
helps.
is a
Yeah.
great thing. I mean, it is.
And we're still married, aren't we, Mike?
See there?
Now I'm nervous.
Because it's hard enough to do what we do.
Yeah.
And to do it together. You know, and we both have our opinions about our business.
And you're always right.
Of course I
I
am.
know.
Well,
See, I can
yeah,
tell
that's
that.
why
Well, you
it's
know what?
Bailey and the boys.
She is always right.
That's right. Always right.
It'd be
Got
so
it.
much easier if sometimes she wasn't, but she always is.
Yeah,
that's a good
I mean, is she
husband.
really, or you just tell her that?
Oh, she's
I mean, you're
absolutely
living
always
in
right.
close quarters, you know, you don't want to be thrown off the
Well,
boat.
at least the flying objects are gone out of the
Well, you know,
building.
when we create music, when we make music and we perform and we write and we record, there's a mutual respect, you know, and there's a certain magic that has always happened since the first time we met each other.
Right.
And you know, I think it projects into the lyrics we write and the melodies and the way we perform and the looks on stage. And I mean, it's all real. It's all legitimate, you know. And if it wasn't, I'm not sure we could do what we've done for so long. So I think the key to why we've been out and touring for so many years and still loving it and still enjoying it and still, you know, love coming into little places like this and, you know.
You know, if you're mad before you go on stage, you're not mad anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you also, like if you have a tiff that day or something like that, you know that that's not the place to
Yeah.
bring that out.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of artists, you know,
Be hard for me
maybe
to
they
do
haven't
that.
learned.
No, music,
Yeah.
music is magic.
Then I bought
I
my
think you should
guitar
write a
at
book.
the
I think you
Music
should
is
write
magic.
marriage, music, and magic. Marriage,
Yeah.
music, and write a book about it, how, touring together.
That
I
sounds
think
like a
that's-
song to me.
I know.
Boy, it really does.
I know. It sounds like it sounds like a really good recipe you've put together here.
Well, you know, you're right, and it is, and I think when people come to the show, and I think they'll leave understanding that that's a little thing in life that, you know, shouldn't be taken for granted, because we don't take it for granted for a minute when we get on stage.
Well, you know, you're talking about it and we forget,
Yeah.
you know, that we did this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's amazing. And our daughter is in the music business now too,
Oh,
because
well,
that's all
that's-
she ever did
Yeah.
was tour with
Well,
us.
yeah,
Yeah.
how could she not?
You know, how could she not?
Does she ever sing with you all?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, most of the time. It's
Yeah.
unfortunately I don't think that she'll be able to make this show because of scheduling, but we're trying to work that out so she can come by.
Yeah.
But she had a big commercial. It's funny, we started out with the Burger King commercial. She started out with the Lowe's commercial. I make my
Oh.
own sunshine.
Okay.
So that's something that she wrote, and she recorded it and sang it, and she played the ukulele and the drums
how
and the
fun
whole
is
thing,
that?
and they heard it and they just embraced it and made a big campaign out of it. And so we're real proud of her.
I bet.
Well, I bet y'all
So
are.
she forgot those veterinarian days that she wanted to be a vet, I guess. You know, but anyway, she's brilliant. And it's fun
Yeah.
to have your family
Yeah.
all in music together. It's
Yeah.
really a strange thing, and we're very blessed. And I don't realize that until I talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I forget that
Well, just being
happens.
married for as long as you have is an accomplishment.
yeah.
Well,
you
it
know,
is,
you know?
much less
Yeah.
having to live in
You
a
know.
bus and sing together.
Yeah.
I mean,
And work together every day.
We lived in Bermuda.
and you
we
haven't run
performed
over
there.
one or the other
We-
yet.
You know, we've had
25 years, just think about that.
I know.
And you're working on something right now, and you just completed a Christmas CD.
You know, I don't think I brought Christmas CDs, did I?
We're always in the studio working on something.
And we're
So
always running out of the house, and we're
Yeah.
like, I forgot that. You know, you need an assistant. You
our
know?
our
Remember
newest
that.
CD is we wanted to take our songs that were already hits, songs like I
Right.
Can't Turn the Tide and Fool Such as I, and we wanted to record them so that it almost sounds like what it's going to sound like when we on the 5th right here, because we did them without the big production, without the slick recording. We just did them with acoustic instruments and
As we wrote them, like we wrote
so
them.
you'll hear one or two guitars, bass, and
Fun.
vocals. And
Very
if you were
nice.
sitting around the living room table and we were singing to you, that's probably what it would sound
That's
like.
all right, I can deal with that.
Yeah, we love it actually. I can't wait to finish it. It should be done.
Okay, well, you
in the
should
next few
love
months.
this theater then.
Oh, I can tell.
It's
And-
very
and-
cozy.
And people will turn up because they'll want to hear you.
Oh, yeah.
They'll
Oh,
want to
yeah.
hear you. And this is a really nice, this is a beautiful town, and you will really enjoy
Oh,
going
I'm
around.
already coming back to a lot of the events.
I know, I know, isn't that fun?
I'm coming to the crafts fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to come to that. That's after we perform.
Yeah, yeah.
What time does our show start? I don't
Pardon?
even know. What time does the show start?
What, this show?
Our show, yeah.
Oh, your show starts at 7:30.
7:30.
And it's
what
on
day is
September the 5th.
And it will be September the 5th, and that's
7:30
not very
September
far
5th.
away.
No, it's a few weeks away.
Friday. It's a Friday
It is,
night.
it is. And it's a one-night show, so if you're planning on coming, you need to call the Art Center right now and get tickets, 563-2787. And get it for Bailey and the boys so you're assured a spot, because they're not going to be here over the weekend. It's just going to be one night.
One night, don't forget to come and see us.
That's right. Well, we appreciate you being here today, and we do appreciate you coming and putting on a show for the
It's our
Arts
pleasure.
Center,
We're looking
because,
forward to it.
Thanks for having
Well,
us.
I hope
Thanks.
it works out
See you
well.
September the 5th, 7:30.
That's right. And I'll just tell you right now, I know we're out of time. I know we are. So without any further ado, see you
Good night.
next
We're
month.
done. Stick a fork in us, we are done.